see, 1374, 1395. Went up a little bit.
Yeah.
So does everything.
Yeah.
Well, fortunately, we got those hotels in Van Forks.
Yeah.
And we'll see
Have
what it will be like.
fun.
Let's see where two-wheel drive is. Keep waiting and see if you're. I'm waiting on a doctor for one of my pills that I ran out of.
Okay.
But it's not like insulin or anything like that. It's something I need to buy without. Oh, they got the big fancy sign up. Look at that.
Oh yeah. Whatever that place is. Another Mexican group.
Yep. Took over the other one. The other Mexican. So they were pretty popular.
Yeah, maybe. Congress is trying to take back the tariff powers. Well, slow as Congress acts to do anything.
That's the problem with Congress.
And they said even if they made one, that if they went back to look at it and then they delayed it for 2 months, that would end. So, I think that's going to be a dead-on arrival veto thing.
Well, they're not able to react quick enough.
Well, if he vetoes it, then they need 2/3 of the Congress
And that's
to
not
revote.
going to happen.
But if he just let it sit on his desk for 30
It'll
days,
just die.
then it would just die.
Call pocket veto. Yeah.
They'd have to open a whole new other bill to do it.
That's the way to do it. Just ignore it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to go through any of them.
It's passed the Senate apparently,
Well, yeah.
but the House, who knows?
I don't know. Let's see. But Trump's not going to sign it. I don't think.
probably
There's
not.
360 physical therapy.
Yeah.
I should probably leave a message for Jeanette Holmes. She might want to see me. Back's messed up. Yeah, that part I got.
You're 75?
Yeah, in July, Lord willing.
Yeah, so.
The way it was bleeding the other day, I was really wondering. So far, okay. Slow down, man. Well, I'm assuming the tax people will have been there, are there, but you know it's shorter and shorter list because April 15th ain't far away.
Mm-hmm.
Crowded.
Yep.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Well, that's the driveway. Looks like we can pop over here. Some rest places to go. Careful out here.
Yeah.
Maybe not Wednesday, so I have to cut that down a whole bunch more. 6-7 days left that they're open. You gotta file a thing and ask for an extension. You don't get it done now.
This administration.
I don't know if you're supposed to follow through with something.
Yeah.
Let's see the traffic speed just a bit. Sure can't see through the truck. Wide to see and drive. Can't see him when he's wide. Can't see around him when he's wide. Alright, there we go. Basketball stuff going on or something?
I guess so.
A bunch of buses from everywhere. If I was to shoot pictures of the tower with my camera, could you put that on something so it can be looked at?
Yeah.
both of us would have been
gonna
there.
go. I wonder if you're... Oh, look, a Cybertruck.
There it is.
Look how
So
ugly
it's
it
got
looks.
a tarp on the back of it. That's a tarp. Well, it probably improves the aerodynamics on it.
I don't know if it does, really.
I don't know. They're real dorky looking to me. To me, I wouldn't want one. I think a Ram looks a lot
An
better.
Aztec looks just as terrible.
Huh?
An Aztec looks just as terrible.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I think the Ridgeline looks better than that for full size. I seen a guy that had a topper on his Ridgeline. I was like, oh, that's a different one.
Yeah.
Now it's not designed to pull heavy loads. If you're gonna pull anything heavy, you're supposed to put an external training cooler tied through the radiator, which requires the whole front end of the car.
I don't know what.
Which requires the whole front end of the car to come
Yeah, but which vehicle?
on the Pilot.
Oh, yeah.
The Ridgeline.
Ridgeline, yeah.
Yeah, if you're gonna try to make it into a bigger truck.
Oh, yeah. Don't get a Ridgeline in the first place.
No, unless you want just a run around town car.
Well, then just get a run around den type car.
Or,
Just get an F-150 if you want that kind of junk.
well, I'm just.
At least the F-150 might have capabilities more than, say, Ridgeline would.
Well, and it can handle more easier, yeah.
Now, my personal opinion is to get a Dodge, but...
Depends on the engine,
Or Ram,
depends on this,
no,
depends
yes,
on
Ram.
that, you know, I don't know.
I heard the 5.7 Hemis are coming back. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true,
They got
but
a
I
lot
heard
of power,
that's what I
that's
heard.
what they've done.
Well, they were going to this eco-friendly, eco whatever engine.
Mm-hmm.
But, a lot more demand. People want the Hemis back.
Well,
Even if it's with less power.
if you're gonna pull something, you need power.
Yeah.
This is set up to pull pretty good. It's got an oil cooler, an external tranny cooler along with the tranny cooler, and it has a fairly good size radiator as well.
Yeah.
So it's for a 150, it's built pretty solid.
1,500.
Well, it's what I was saying.
Big bore.
Equivalent, yeah. 1,500, but it seems to be a nice truck.
Yeah.
Seems to be pretty solid.
Most people drive 1,500s.
Huh?
Most people drive 1,500s.
Well, most folks don't
Or
need a
the
3/4 or a 1 ton or a
No.
ton and a half.
Yeah.
You know, if you need a ton and a half or a ton, you better buy a ton and a half or a ton, or a heavy duty 3/4. But then if you're doing regular stuff, you don't need to have a 3/4 once in a blue moon. You know, so.
Yep.
We brought that 3,000-pound load back from the sand and gravel. That was
Yep. Right on the edges there. Couldn't have done that in
pushing
the
it.
Comanche.
no, but it was pushing it.
Yes.
But we got it. Smarter thing would have been is to get a trailer that could handle more weight, and you just pull the trailer. That would have been the smart thing to do. But that's not what I did. I don't know why he's thinking this. That's what it is. Anyhow, we are here at the bank having a wonderful time.
Yes, they are.
Well, I'm glad they got your insulin straight. I was worried about that. In our room, if we could.
You're okay. Do whatever you want to do.
Want it? Huh?
So you guys want to try that, unless you want to wait for your current one to get there.
I think the current one is a good weight, but I was just curious that we should have went with the bigger one, but I didn't think so. And then it's going to be more likely to get knocked around and cause other problems, I think. But measuring it and setting it there are two different things, you know?
Yeah.
You can measure and go, yeah, it'll work, and then you put it there and you go, why didn't I see that? Measurements didn't tell me all that I wanted to see. You know, because you can't see.
Yeah.
It's when you put it in the spot, you go, that's not working. Yeah. Or, it works great.
Yeah.
Maybe
If you want to try that, you can go ahead and try it.
Just a thought. I don't know what the right answer is.
Add your guys'
Mom doesn't want to go through the joy we had to get that again. I can understand that. I had a lot of fun with that myself. But,
and I can use the remote for it and everything. But
well, we'll just take it one step at a time. Bigger would be better, but is my question.
Yeah.
And now that we know that all the DVD players we got, or at least the portable ones, are, how was I going to say it? Are component cables.
Oh, components?
Yeah. So I'm not going to worry about that. But anyhow, thinking of different things.
Yeah.
We got Jen's old one out in the shed, which is pretty big. But,
Yeah, it's an old 40, I think.
Yeah. Might have been in our room. In the living room.
No, it wasn't in the living room. I think that's one that she bought originally, or you guys bought for her.
I don't remember. We put the little one.
It's not smart. I know that.
We put the little one in the back.
Yeah.
In the second
It's a
room.
non-smart
I figured she
TV,
would
I know
use that as a bedroom, but she never did. So then she took that cable box out, which is fine. I don't know. We'll see. She took the Verizon thing back, which I thought was good. That was smart. Because it's just a bad idea, I think.
Well, it's
an option.
It's basically using a cell phone, basically.
Yeah, which is okay up to a point. Cars that are crazy. Zoom. Speed up, folks. She's off today and tomorrow for that thing at church.
Okay.
Ooh.